Okay, hello. I am Chris. I'm half of Sea Monster YK, and today I'm coloring in this little sugar glider here that I drew on a different live a couple of weeks ago. Super excited to get some color on this guy. All right, I'm just making sure my chat and everything is up and running. It looks like it is. All right, I'm gonna start. So this is Artemis. They are a pilot. Say hi, Artemis. Okay, now let's be serious. So I've scanned her in, I've already done a little bit of cleanup. So I'm not going to ink right now or anything. I am just going to get right to, oh, you know what I am going to do is I'm going to quick get this uh, pencil done. Hey, Elstefan. And just, you see here how she has a little scarf? I'm just going to grab a really black here. And then I'm just going to come in and do a little bit of detail on this scarf to kind of separate it out from the background. Let me make this a little bit smaller, make it a little bit darker, because there we go. Just kind of, this is all done with real pencil on real paper, but I'm just going to do this quick little bit to give her more of a pilot scarf. All right, not bad. So I think the pilot scarf is probably going to stay white. So let's work on the goggles real quick. I think that'll be fun. The goggles are going to be leather, so we'll start with like a reddish brown, and then we'll do a brown right after that. Okay. Oh yeah, almost looks leathery already. So right now I'm coloring right on top of the lines, and then depending on how this comes out, I will either make it so it goes under the lines, or make it so the lines shine through, or often what ends up happening is it just looks good as is. You don't need to do anything else um, after you get it in there, get it on there. Oh yeah. Okay, and we'll add like a little bit of yellow to this to make it look more leathery, and probably like a dark brown or something to make it look more worn in places. All right. Oh, hi, Elstefan. Elstefan said hi 2 times. Good job. All right. The ear looks like an onion for a second when this zoomed in. All right, we're coloring in. This is a little sugar glider. Oh, hi, Mr. Axolotl. You know, my there one window was covering the chat, so I couldn't see the first chat message, but I fixed it. All right, you know what? We'll do the goggles all in one layer. Let's do a little like blue kind of sheen for the goggles here. Just a light little, like it's reflecting the sky. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna do even a little trick. I'm gonna take a small brush. I'm just gonna come in here and just do this right underneath the line that's there, just to make it so it looks like the glass is like actually inside the goggles and not just floating on top of them. I think that'll look really nice. We'll do that to this guy too. Oh, I'm gonna just turn it here. I don't know. It took me a really long time to start just spinning my canvases when I was working on them. But it's such a huge like bonus to be able to do that. It makes it so much easier. All right, I'm gonna start doing the nose. I don't know what color sugar gliders' noses are. we'll pull up a reference in a second to like make sure I'm not drawing the fur some insane color. But here we go. Oh, I bet you the paws are yellow or pink too. Okay. All right, I'm gonna quick pull up a sugar glider picture. Mm-hmm. Okay, their paws have a little pink, and then they're like a grayish brown. Gray, mostly gray and dark gray. Okay, let's get back on that. We'll do the paws, this little guy right here. I'm just gonna kind of go a light dusting right over it. Same with this one, a light dusting. These paws, they could be better, but that's okay. We're not drawing right now, we are coloring, so let the paws be a little weird. That is fine. All right, I'm gonna grab this color. I'm gonna grab this color and just kind of get the spots that aren't going to be white in this, just with a base of this color here. Oh yeah. We're coloring in here. Oh, thanks for the hearts. Coloring in here. I think Chat and I named this squirrel or the sugar glider not Axolotl. We named her Artemis. I see and appreciate the hearts. This is nice. Usually I can't see the hearts at all. Okay, so I am actually also, except for where she's white, I'm also coloring the gray because if it's a darker color going on top, that's fine. We'll just put the darker color on top. Okay, and I'm using it here just to kind of create a little shading to make sure you can see that the snout really comes out. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Okay, I think I've gotten a little too dense here. So you can kind of see these lines right here. Like, so what I'm going to do is grab like what I call a delicate eraser, which is just an eraser brush I made that is very delicate. Oh, I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. And it'll just kind of gently help me blend that. You know what? It's caused some more problems now. That's fine. That looks good. I made it specifically for this, just to kind of separate the colors. All right, I'm going back to that light gray brown. This, I don't know what kind of color, taupe. I'm just going to do the tail. And then we'll come back in a bit to add some depth, some complication. All right, I really like this. Let's grab that pink again and do inside the ears. I meant to do that before, but I forgot. Oh yeah. There we go. And we'll grab that gray. We'll make the brush small and we'll come in and we'll really, because it's on the ears, we'll get it nice and dark. do this here. All right. Yeah, so I also do drawing videos where I am actually sketching something out and I take requests. So if anyone has any requests, feel free to either leave them in chat, I'll see them, or leave them as a comment on this video or any video, and I'll see them. Okay, so I'm going to alter this color that I have, and I'm just going to add more yellow to it. So now it's this color here. So, and I'm going to use that to complicate the leather here. Just kind of where I think it might be a little worn, I'm going to give it a little lightness. Right along the edges here, and there, right around the eye. What is that called? An eye cup? And then there. Oh yeah, that. And then we'll do a dark one. This should be on its own layer, I forgot, but that's okay. And then we'll do a nice dark, like reddish brown. This color here. Oh, this color here. And we will get that onto the leather here also. Same kind of thing, just like old leather that's been used is not all going to be a uniform color. I just want to kind of give it some, I don't know what it's called, reality, some like believability. Whoa. All right, so I'm going to come in with a very light, let's do a very, very light blue, like a almost white. Like here, you got this color here. Yeah, and I'm going to use this for the buckle. And we'll do that for the buckle. Like something like that. Is that how the buckle will work? Yeah, that's good enough. All right, I'm going to just do some little bit of outline work on this buckle to kind of separate it out from the rest of the background here. I'm not. I don't know what's happening. My brush has given up the ghost. This happens every once in a while where, for whatever reason, the brush I'm using just stops working. All right, it's back. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't, it can just be like one side. I'm not trying to make it part of the original. There you go, that looks good. All right, let's do the eyes. We have the blackout, so we'll do that. Just, we can leave the little reflection, and we can also just come back in and redraw it with some white, and that always looks good. Okay, kind of got a little carried away. We'll do the other. Oh yeah, let's try to make the edge look really smooth. Eh, That's close enough. All right. I've never seen a sugar glider in real life. I think like there is sometimes a small population in the area where I live, but it's not usual. They are not local to here, but I know I've lived in places where they are local. So I wonder. Oh, okay. I was like, there was some brown on the eye. It was actually just from a layer higher above it. Okay, so one eye is bigger than the other, and it shouldn't be, so I'm just gonna make the second eye bigger. Yeah, that's good, that's good. And now let's get some white on there as the reflection. We'll get a nice fat brush and we'll just go pop. I love the way that looks. And then what we can also do, which really helps sell it, is if you come in here, just kind of like do a little reflection there. There's some reason that really helps make a face look real. All right, so we've sped right along. I actually don't know how long we've been streaming for. I'm going to come in here and do some white for the scarf. Just kind of clean up this pilot scarf. 1:06, oh, 16 minutes, okay. Not bad. Okay, yeah, let's make some choices here. Okay. I think we can kind of leave the pilot scarf like this if, hang on, let me take a sip. Hot. If we give it some like depth and structure, interest by like doing something else to it. So if it's not going to be interesting in color, let's make it interesting in shape. So because it's all white, let's give it some shape, right? So we can define the shape even though it's already on the page by doing stuff like this and having it sort of fold around and, oh, be a little wavy. And then we can just add a little shading in. And now this wouldn't, the shading itself wouldn't look actually black in real life, but that's okay. Some of this is bad. I'll just erase it. We're not trying to make it look like real life, right? We're trying to make it look good. And yeah, so that didn't look good, and that's okay. I'll just give it a little erase. And sometimes, because I do think it looks good inside, we'll figure out how to make it work here. Maybe just go a little lighter, a little thinner. Yeah. Okay. Can also add a little puffiness to the tail. All right. Now also, Okay, that's the tail. You can see I've kind of, in the original illustration, when I was originally coloring it, I've come over the side. I'm just going to come in here with a eraser and just erase that up. And I use an imperfect eraser, meaning it doesn't erase everything in one go. Because for a lot of my stuff, I like to try to imitate real life in some ways. Okay, so now the squirrel is this, like, taupe. Is that what we decided? Everyone said taupe. So let's do the bark in a different color. Taupe is kind of cool. So let's have the bark of this tree branch be, let me sharpen my pencil. This is crazy. You have to like sharpen your pencil in these guys sometimes. Here we go, sharpen. Okay. It's funny because this pencil that I'm using is actually flat, but I still sometimes have to sharpen it because it, it wears all the way down. Okay, you can only get 300 pixels big. We've hit 300 pixels. Ooh, we're running up to the limits of this brush, so I'm just going to switch brushes and try something different. I have a little watercolor brush that I use sometimes. Let's do that one. See how it goes. Oh yeah. I think that looks rather nice. I'm going to try to get everything in one pull, because if you do more than one with this particular brush, you get a lot of texture. And I do want a lot of texture. I just want to get a nice even base down first. Yeah, I probably should have been using this brush for the beginning for this particular drawing. Taupe, Taupe Queen. Artemis the Taupe Queen. Oh, but like not because she's the Queen of Taupe, because she's taupe. Whoa, okay. Oh yeah. All right. I think that's looking pretty good. I am going to grab this irregular pencil again and just kind of extend this branch up a while. Kind of went off into the ether here. Let's get it, harden it up, make it a little smaller. Get some of that. I was wondering, it looks like really different. I was a little frustrated because I was like, I know I've done ones. Like I was just doing some before and it looked very much like the drawing. I messed up the color a little bit. This should have been a much bluer, it feels crazy, but it should have been a much bluer black. What I can do is I can lighten it up. I can't really move it into the blue without sort of going too much. Well, let's try. That's too much blue. That's close enough for now. If I really hate it later, I will take it out. All right, I'm going to do a tiny bit of cleanup here because you can see around the edge here, there's like a clear line. So I'm just going to come into the original and use a, not quite a delicate eraser, but and just kind of give it a little, oh, too much. Give it a little erasy cleanup. I used to get really, I'll say obsessed. I have an obsessive disorder. I used to get really obsessed with making it perfectly clean along the edges. I don't think it's good. I think it's bad to do that. Oh, you know what I can also do? Let's try changing the levels a little bit. I bet you we bring the levels down. Oh yeah, that looks fine. And it gets rid of a lot of that light gray background that I was just erasing. We can even bring it up to make the outline as dark as it was before. There we go. I think that looks great. And I get to keep some of these like stray lines. Like here, you have this stray line. All right, I do have a little, well, let me clear this branch. If it's not too late, I did grab a pig and I could draw that. I mean, I got this guy and I got this guy. Let's say this one. I really love this one. So let's give it a quick color. We'll adjust the layers real quick. Lighten it up, darken it up, readjust the middle. Yeah, that's fine. Erase some of these, like not stray, but extraneous lines. Okay. And let's go for it. Let's do a whole, let's do pink, just like, let's do pink everywhere, but not super dark. Okay, I lied. It's too dark. Let's bring it down a little bit more. Okay. All right. I didn't do the little feet because I didn't want to do too much overspill. So we'll just come in there. There we go. And now we'll go in where we want extra pink and we'll give it a little extra pink around the side of the head, along the back of the snout, along the top here, this back of this ear, bop, 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 and along the back, because that has a little indentation. And then we'll do the left side of every leg and the underside of the belly right here and here. We'll do this whole back leg because it'll be in shadow. We'll do this. This one's behind the lay, but you get the idea. I'll do this one. Oh, I just realized, like, well, it's fine. Let's erase the pink for the eyeballs. Boom, 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 boom. That's too, what's it called? Dense, intense. That's fine. We missed the tail. Oh my gosh, I was doing taupe. Okay. Oh, for a very quick color, that's pretty good. I'm just gonna try to, I've been trying really hard not to overdo it, which it's not easy. Okay, let's get some, what's this color? The dark gray, gray black. Let's get some shadow, some real shadow. Okay. All right, I am going to give the lay a little bit of very bright yellow, and then I'm going to call this one a day and end the stream. Let's do the lay first. Pow, 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 pow. Oh yeah, this was meant to be a dandelion chain necklace. I totally forgot. I just thought it was a lay. Give it a little reflection onto the pig. Oh, all right. Thanks, everybody. I'll be doing another drawing stream probably Thursday or Wednesday. No, not tomorrow. So probably Thursday or Friday, where I'll be actually drawing. And then I'll do another computer one sometime after that, but we'll figure that out. Thanks for coming. Why can't I erase? Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the sugar glider. All right. Bye-bye.